So we're on our way to Glendambo. We're going through the Emu Plains and we come up to a rest stop at Lake Hart. So we'll just have a look at the lake and just show you around that because it's very, very spectacular. Yesterday we drove up from the Flinders Ranges, Mountain Station, up to Glendambo. It was about a 4.5 hour drive. It was very boring. It's through all the Emu Plains, and there's a few salt lakes through there, which is pretty. We'll show you that. And we also ended up at Glendambo, and this is behind the roadhouse. There's a caravan park and they have power, and it was just an overnight stop, so nothing to see here. Good meal, and yeah, and now on to Coober Pedy, which is about another 3-4 hour drive. So let's go to Coober Pedy. I've been looking out for this one for a long time. Trying to get out of the wind here. We've actually got to Coober Pedy, the iconic sign at Coober Pedy when you first come in. How cool is that? And we're parked in front of it for some photos. There you go. Yeah, it's a bit windy. It's only 28 degrees here. Been hotter in the Flinders, so it's a nice start to our time up here. So we're out and about today in Coober Pedy, and we're doing a tour with Oasis Tours. The caravan park we're staying at does tours. So first stop is the Catholic Church. It's an underground church. Just go down and show you.
Ah, yes, I can.
So this is the second church. That's called the Catacombs. So we've just had a little bit of a tour of the town. We're going to go back and do a few things later. But this is the Amuna Opal Mine and Museum in the main street. We'll have a look at that.
He wants to be here, but he hasn't got anybody to run his shop for him. And he's dug a, you see the little hole he's dug here? It's unbelievable how small it is.
Great. Oh my God.
Now if anybody wants to get out here and take a photo, feel free.
dugout, so we're going to have a look around that. Warm.
Now this here was built about 36 years ago.
Wow.
It was built by a miner and an opal dealer, right? Now the first part of the dugout that he built was up there, and he built that all by hand. And then once he finished that, he then cement rendered everything and painted it white.
Okay.
And that was his kitchen, his dining room, his lounge room and his bedroom. His lounge room was also his shop where he sold all his opal.
Right.
And that's where the front door used to be, right?
Yep.
And then after a few years he decided to build a display home for Coober Pedy, and he did all this here.
Wow.
And all this here has been done by machine, right?
Oh,
Colour of the wall is dress.
Hey?
yeah, the colour in the walls.
Right.
You looking at the wall or you looking at Chloe?
Oh no, I've seen Chloe before. I've seen the real one.
Oh, yeah? Right,
Yeah.
look at that, it's cheap.
Building robes. So every now and again you got to go away with people that injure themselves. How was it?
It was very.
Did you enjoy the fall?
It was very distressing.
So today we went on a tour of the town with Oasis tours, and we looked at a few mines and everything else, and now we're just going back to have a look at stuff ourselves in our own time. And we've come up on the Coober Pedy Golf Club, and some of the sand scrapes here are just unbelievable. So we'll just show you around that.
Again.
And it's only 20, how many degrees?
22.
22 degrees, which is, they've had 45 days of over 38 or something here. So it's been pretty hot, and we come here, it's 22. We've brought
It
them.
knows that we're from Melbourne.
That's right, yeah. So they're just climatising us slowly. But anyway, we're out here again, and we're looking at the old cemetery. There's two cemeteries. One's got, you know, the newer people in it. This one's
The newer people.
the newer people, and this one's got the older people in it. But anyway, show you around. Died at birth. We're here at the younger cemetery with the younger people, and there's some interesting characters here, so I'll show you a couple of interesting graves. So we come out to the newer cemetery, and we found him, Crocodile Harry. He's well known around the town. He used to be a crocodile hunter until the crocodiles were protected, and he became an opal miner, and he died here. And his house is, you can go out to his house, I think, on 17 Mile Road, and there's a lot of memorabilia. And this is his grave. Bit of a crocodile there. There you go. You gotta love the councils. Have a look at this. For keys, contact council, work step over. Let's open the gate. and about today for our last day here in Coober Pedy, and we've come out to this guy's a legend apparently, Crocodile Harry. We showed you his grave yesterday, and you just go out 17 Mile Road, and it's like a mine, or
An old dugout. I think
an old dugout, yeah. And yeah, so we'll show you around
so
that.
it's $7 an adult to get in, and $3 for kids.
Yeah, and it's just memorabilia and
Weird stuff.
and weird stuff. Yeah, there you go. And there's this bloke. Hello, hey, oi, oi, hello. What are you doing? Huh?
He's a South African Mastiff.
I said to Tony, he's a mastiff.
Yeah.
Of some
Hey.
description. He's big,
Hey.
so he's
Big,
I
yeah.
said he's very
We're going in for a poke. Underground. Really? This is a dugout. How cool is this? That's pretty cool. Dugout bar. How cool is this? So we've come back into town after going out to Crocodile Harry's, and we've come up to there's a big hill up the back of town, and it's called Big Winch 360. There's a huge winch and the Coober Pedy sign, so we'll just show you around that. So the story of the big winch is his name was Klaus. He met his wife in Berlin. They came here and got married in Coober Pedy itself. For his wedding, instead of bringing presents, the people brought timber, and that's what he built his house out of. He actually built the big winch to bring notoriety to his business, an Opal shop and everything else. The original one fell over in a storm, but this is the replica of that. So it just was where his business was, which was Big Winch 360. So there's a story behind this tree. Bloke came here in the 1950s, Bob Amorosi, and his kids loved climbing trees and there was no trees around, so he built this for them. There you go. Great story. Colourful characters of Coober Pedy. So if you don't know what a blower is, this is a blower, and they suck the dirt out of the mine rather than bucketing it up or barrowing it out, and it puts it into a big heap. Then they put it through a sifter and sort it out, and it goes through a dark room. They find the opal and pick that out. This is a good lookout for the Breakaways. So the Breakaways is out there, and we're going there tonight to do a sunset tour with Oasis again. Going around. You're a star.
Alright, you see this post here? This here is an original post, and this has been in the ground here for over 70 years. And it is still very solid. See that? It's still pretty good. How we know it's original? Because the wire goes through it, except where the tourists come out and cut it and pull it out. They pulled it out there, and they also pulled it out through the round star picket. You see how they pull it out? So this is nearly the end of the Breakaways. We're just going to have a cup of tea.
get the sunset in at 7:30, and then back to town. George is a good tour guide. He's a classic. He's from out here, and you can tell.
And he's 80 years old.
How old is he?
He's 80.
Yeah. Funniest bloke out. You got to go on the tour just for a laugh, if anything. Don't believe anything he says though. That's funny as.